Tonight, 3 men are behind bars. The woman told police they kidnapped her, held her against her will, and beat her. Our Robert Townsend went to the South City neighborhood near Marceau Street and Minnesota Avenue tonight to try and find out more about this disturbing case. Robert.
Mike, people I talked to have mixed reactions to the alleged torture one woman says she experienced at Mount of Olives Ministry. Mount of Olives Ministry sits on a hill behind this sprawling white fence near Marceau. Woman says she experienced at Mount of Olives Ministry. Mount of Olives Ministry sits on a hill behind this sprawling white fence near Marceau and Minnesota in South St. Louis. Neighbors say the church has been here for the past 3 years. It's behind this neighbor's home.
They were actually in services yesterday. I heard the sound and the kids outside playing, so it didn't seem as if anything was out of the ordinary.
Last Wednesday, police say they went to the church and made a disturbing discovery. Officers say they responded to a woman's call for help around 1:30 that morning. According to a probable cause statement, the woman was tied up with rope and bleeding from her head.
That is unfathomable. My heart aches for her. I think it's horrible.
The woman told officers she was held against her will inside a room at the church. Court papers reveal police found a bottle of water and a bucket filled with feces and urine.
Had I known.
Inside a room at the church. Court papers reveal police found a bottle of water and a bucket filled with feces and urine.
Into this incident that happened yesterday morning, Sunday morning, in Memphis, Tennessee. Pastor Clemmy Livingston, he's a 70-year-old pastor at New Zion Field Baptist Church in Memphis. He was shot in the face while attempting to prevent a car theft in the church's parking lot. Tennessee. Pastor Clemmy Livingston, he's a 70-year-old pastor at New Zion Field Baptist Church in Memphis. He was shot in the face while attempting to prevent a car theft in the church's parking lot. Now, apparently somebody was trying to steal the Sunday school teacher's car from in front of the church. He went out and confronted the two men while attempting to prevent a car theft in the church's parking lot. Now, apparently somebody was trying to steal the Sunday school teacher's car from in front of the church. He went out and confronted the two men that were trying to steal the car. He was shot in the mouth and he was critically injured, but is now listed as stable and resting car from in front of the church. He went out and confronted the two men that were trying to steal the car. He was shot in the mouth and he was critically injured, but is now listed as stable and resting comfortably at the hospital. Now,
Shalom Yahshua, all praises and glory goes to our mighty power Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakudash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the legmen feeding the sheep of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in sincerity and truth. With this great gospel that's coming out of our Bible, man, it's coming out of our Bible. Matter of fact, let me get this verse. This is the book of Acts 17. We're going to do 17 and 24 reads. Most High that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is the Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. I'll read it again. The Most High that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is the Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands, neither is worship with men's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath in all things. Right? The Lord ain't in these churches, man. It's the book of Acts 7 and 48. Reiterating, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet, right? You got these stupid-ass Christians home. I come to my church, come to my church. Ooh, we had the Holy Spirit at church last Sunday. Nah, you had some good music. That's what it was. It was that motherfucking beat. It was that beat and the singing and the rhythm, right? That's how they attract you, because it damn sure ain't talking about nothing. That motivational preaching, right? That prosper money, talking about getting money. If you want the Lord to bless you, you got to bless the Lord by blessing the church. Yeah, they getting you people, man. That's why you people done lost your goddamn minds, man, following after these churches. And guess what? We in a time with judgment on these so-called spiritual leaders. Howbeit, Acts 7 and 48, howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophets, heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord, or what is the place of my rest? Right? Because the Bible says what? We are the temple of the Most High, not the fucking building. Right? Not that fucking building where you got adulterous, wicked men, right? Perverted men, homosexual men leading the congregation to what? Their destruction. To their destruction under a 501c3 gag order, where they can't speak certain things, they can't say certain things. But guess what? They could lead you astray. Right? They could lead you astray. It says we left church, not God, and that's what's happening. A lot of people are leaving the churches. And a lot of you motherfuckers, you ain't never found the Lord. Talking about we left the church, not God. Man, you never found the Lord, nigga. So a lot of you niggas, you are not in, the Spirit of the Lord is not upon you. You fake ass Christians, especially you Hebrew Israelite Christians. That's the worst ones. Them Hebrew Israelite Christians, man. They come trying to look like they're Hebrew niggas, but with a Christian ass spirit. GOCC, IUIC, and all these other sucker ass camps, right? They got that punk ass spirit, man. Pretty soon the Lord gonna start killing them motherfuckers too, right? It says judgment must be. Matter of fact, let's get that verse. It's the book of 1 Peter 4, verse 17. It reads, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them be that obey not the gospel? Right? You in this truth, you know the name of the Lord, you claim to be a prophet, you claim to be into this truth, you claim to be a believer, right? You're listening, you're learning, but you're on fucking bullshit, right? Judgment gonna start with you, right? And what it says, what about the ones that don't believe? You know the Lord gonna fuck them up. We know what the Lord gonna do to them. The Lord gonna starve them out, right? The Lord gonna bring that famine where they start pining away, disappearing. Clothes don't fit no more, right? And they're gonna get smaller and smaller and weaker until they no longer exist. No longer exist. There's a lot of people gonna starve to death. It says many of them that escaped the sword, the famine. That escaped the famine. The sword gonna be on their ass, right? So it don't matter. You ain't gonna escape nothing. Nothing. 1 Peter 17, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. Yeah, it said it would have been better for you not to know this truth, but to come into this truth and not stay in this truth. Paraphrasing, and go back into the world, right? It's a lot of people who done came into this truth and what went back into the world. A lot of them are in a Christian church right now, looking for a wife, looking for a girlfriend, right? She's in church looking for a husband. She done left you, a prophet, a man of the Lord, just to go back in the world, to go back to Christianity, to go back to be a whore, slut. Hey, fuck them. Fuck those people, man. And guess what? When they die, rejoice. Rejoice and be glad, goddammit. Fuck them motherfuckers. It's going to be a time, it says we going to rejoice at the fall of our enemies, man. And guess what? You 2/3, you're our enemies. You're our enemies. 1 Peter 4 and 17, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Man, they're gonna die. They're gonna die. And guess what? The spirit of death is definitely in the air. It's definitely in the air. Pastor shot in front of congregation. Right? Pastors being shot. Even for today, church members, bitches being kidnapped in the churches. Right? What's going on? We know what's going on. This sanctuary of sin, of satanic men is being revealed for what it is, man. This is bullshit, man. That church is bullshit. The Lord is not in them temples. Read the book of Luke 14, verse 23. It reads, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. I'm going to read it again. No, go to the churches. Right? Go to the churches. It says, go ye, Luke 14 and 23. And the Lord said unto the servants, go out into the highway and hedges and compel them to come in, and threaten them to come in, that my house may be filled. That's why it says, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my house their transgressions and their sins, paraphrasing. That's our duty. That's our duty, whether they're here or forbear, man. We're going to do our job. We're going to do our job. Just like these wicked-ass preachers, they're doing their job by sending you motherfuckers off, right? It says the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch. And guess what? Following them wicked pastors, you're gonna fall into that ditch, man. This is the book of Matthew 10:5. It reads, These 12 Yahushua sent forth, commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go ye rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand, right? The lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? They're everywhere. You got these different churches. They're set up only talking to family members, neighbors, right? People they went to school with. It's like a family gathering. The Lord ain't dealing with that fucking spirit, right? The Lord is dealing with prophets, not community leaders. Yeah, motherfucking community. Why you think the motherfucking government, as soon as all hell break loose, they go to who? They go to that preacher first, trying to get him to get his people to calm down, you stupid motherfuckers in the city. And when that failed, man, they send in the motherfucking police. They send in the military. That's what they gonna do. That's what the Bible said, there shall be an insurrection upon them that fear the Lord. And guess what? We know it's upon us, but it's gonna be upon you fake ass Christians too. Cause you what it says, you got a zeal, but not according to knowledge, man. So Esau don't know what's what. Hey, he gonna put all you religious motherfuckers in the same boat, right? And it's gonna be all hell on earth.